Hey guys, and welcome back to your girl Brittany with BB's Crafts. Thanks so much for hanging out, and welcome back to another month of Hump Day Handmade, where the last Wednesday of every month for the rest of the year we will be sharing things that is completely handmade, no cutting machines and no dyes required. Thank you so much to Scrappy Tate and Sharing More for hosting this, and make sure you check out the links down below in the description box of the other ladies who are participating. If you've missed out on the previous months, don't worry, because I do have a playlist on my channel, so you can go ahead and check that out as well. For this month, we're going to do something a little different. I am steering away from the 3D things for a little bit, and we are going to make this cute little, I'm not really sure what to call it. It has flip pages. It's kind of like a clipboard. It has a box where you can like share trinkets or whatever. It's like a mini album. I mean, it has so many different purposes. My purpose of making it is to use it as a mini album, but you can more than likely use it to share Happymail. You can create this to give to somebody else to share their or their photos and everything like that as well. So I'll figure out a title. But this is what I made. So I used my Happy Place by Mente. Gorgeous. And I just did some light decorating because I did not want to take away from this scene right here as well. It says Find Your Loveliness. And then I added this cute tassel. I want to say, or charm. I believe Solo Kraftz gifted this to me, and it was absolutely perfect because of, where is it? There it is. Oh, the little roller skate is so cute. And like that's one of the things that it has within the collection. And I did a seam binding closure. So then when you open it up, you have this box right here to the left side where you can, like if you are going to use it for a mini album, you can go ahead and hold more memories over on this side, your photos, or you can, if you're going to use it as Happymail, you can make like individual boxes and do like an embellishment box on this side and then like a tag flip over here, or however you want to do it. And the album itself measures to be 5 by 5 with a 1.5 inch spine, and this box measures to be 4 by 4. I put Remind Me of the Happiness right there, and you open it up, and then again, like I said, and I did create a window. In the video I do show you how to create a window if you don't have dies. And then on this side, if you don't have a clip here to kind of emulate a clipboard, then that is no worries at all, because we do adhere it down. And then I also was gifted this charm. This one I can't remember, and this is recent too, and I feel absolutely horrible, but it's so stinking cute. I love the colors, and I felt this also went well. And then I just went ahead and I decorated some of the pages. Like this part right here is actually a little pocket, so I could put a photo. And I have the little paper clip there, and it just flips up like this. And we have another place for a photo. I have a little star paper clip, the perfect moment. Then it says bless, and then like there's you can journal at the top if you want to. And then you flip it. And I just did some light decorating so that way I can have places for photos. And then I flip it again. And then I didn't decorate this one. And then here is the base of the book right here. And then I just did some light decorating as well. You can still put pictures there too. So it does have many purposes. If you want to punch holes in the top and then create a tag flip, and then you have your little box right here, and you can make it something to create Happymail, that is perfectly fine too. I'm just pretty much giving you the basis of how to create it. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so for this tutorial, you are going to need your choice of scrapbooking paper that you want to use. For this one, I am going to use the absolutely gorgeous Mente Happy Place. This is probably my most favorite collection from Mente, and it's one of those collections where it's like, you know what, I don't want to share this with anyone else. if I use this collection, it's going to be something that is for me and for me to keep. So I'm going to go ahead and use this collection. So what you're going to need is you're going to need 2 chipboard pieces that measure 5 by 5 and then one more that measures 1.5 by 5. If you don't have chipboard, anything around your house will pretty much do. This, like something like this, like your food boxes, I do save these sometimes, especially if I run out of chipboard. You can go ahead and cut these down to the measurement that you want, and then you can glue them on top of each other to the desired thickness that you want, but just make sure that the glue is completely dry and like makes it nice and stiff and hardened and not sliding around anywhere. So that is another option for you as well if you do not have chipboard. So besides that, we also need 1 piece of cardstock that measures 6 by 6. This is going to be the base of the box, and we need a piece that is 6 1/8 by 6 1/8, and this will be the top of the box. And then we need one that measures, you don't have to cut this out. This is what I'm going to wrap my chipboard pieces in. This one here, I have it measured at 8 by 12. Again, you don't have to do that. You can get 2 of your 8.5 by 11s, glue those together and then do it that way, just like you would any other mini album. But because the Minte papers are super sturdy and thick, I'm not going to mat these, so that's why I'm going to use this. But if you are matting, just grab 2 8.5 by 11s, adhere them together, and you can still follow along with the steps. So on our 6 by 6, we're going to score at 1 inch on all 4 sides. And then on our 6 1/8 by 6 1/8, we're going to do the same thing and score at 1 inch on all 4 sides. Now for this next part, you're going to grab some cardstock pieces or however you're going to do it. I already have mine pre-cut and ready to go. These are going to be my flip pages inside the book. And for this, like my base one, I did it about 1/8 of an inch smaller than the book. So again, this is 5 by 5. So I did this at 4 7/8 by 4 7/8. I think this one was like 1/8 of an inch smaller than this one. And then you can just kind of size them to how you want them, because I want it, if you were to see them from the top, oops, you see how you can kind of peek through the next little papers. So that's how I wanted. I wanted them to kind of peek through and like be a little off center as well. I'm going to decorate the pages later on, but however many you want to do, right now I have 7 of them. So when you do have them, let's make sure you pay attention to your direction and what's going to be your top. You're going to go ahead and flip that side over, and we are going to score it at 1/2 inch. And we're going to do that to all of the pieces. And then we're going to grab the base of our book here. And then I already have my score tape on the back of my chipboard, so you want to go ahead and do that as well. And you want to make sure that you're leaving about 1/8 of an inch gap in between, because otherwise if you put your spine too close to your pages and you try to close it, it'll crack. Excuse me. So you want to make sure that you leave some room. Now I know I don't have that much on this edge here, but I will be fixing that when it comes to decorating and stuff. But like I said, I wanted this to be my base. So I'm going to go ahead and I am going to remove my score tape and I'm going to apply it. So now that I have all my pieces adhered, I'm going to kind of pre-score with my scoring tool the ends. so that it makes it an easy fold, and so I can also try to avoid any cracking. And then I'm going to go ahead and just kind of fold up my edges. And then I'm going to kind of tease my book here to make sure that those will fold over. Then I'm going to snip off and miter my corners. So this side here, just going to cut at an angle. Cut at an angle and cut that off. Alright, and you're probably like, Brittany, you ain't have any room on the side. There's always a method to my madness, y'all, so don't worry. I'm going to grab my 1/8 of an inch score tape, and I'm going to add it to this small little piece. Like I said, if you are using the 2 sheets of 8.5 by 11, of course you won't run into this problem. And being that the book is 5 by 5 with a 1.5 inch spine, it doesn't leave any room on the side. But like I said, with Mente paper, it's so thick, you don't want to mat it. It can be your base. Okay, so now what I'm going to do, you can do this however you want. I am adding score tape just to the bottom part of this side, flipping it and adding it to the bottom part of this side. And then I'm grab my glue. Going to remove that, and then apply, I like to apply glue on the edge of my chipboard and then onto the cardstock. Alright, so that is what we have so far. I'm going to take my bone folder. I'm going to create that crease right here in between my book cover and my spine, just so it makes it easier to kind of tease your book into folding, again to avoid cracking. So I have that. So now we have this, and make sure you pay attention to which one's your top, which one's your bottom. And so this one, so you want to make sure that your stuff's not upside down. So this is how I want my stuff to go. Okay, so now we're going to cover the inside of our book here. I have this piece that measures 4 7/8 by 7, and then this is 4 7/8 square. I'm going to have this side have my box, and then this side is going to have my flip portion. And so because this is going to be covered up, that's why I just went with plain cardstock, and then this is going to go over it like that. So that is what I'm going to do. I'm going to use my ATG tape. So I'm going to put that to the side, allowing everything to dry, and we're going to work on our boxes. So we're going to start with our 6 by 6, and we are going to varnish the score lines. And then we're going to cut up on the score line on all 4 sides. Okay. and that is going to go on this side. It's going to be roughly in the middle. I'm just going to eyeball it. I'm going to take my glue and adhere it. Alright, so now we have that adhered. We're going to take our lid. We're going to go ahead and varnish on these edges here. Now, I want to do a window on mine, and because this is Humpday Handmade, where everything's handmade, you may not have all the tools for everything, no dies or anything. I'm going to show you how I'm going to do it without using a die. So I have a 3x3 chipboard piece here, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to add glue and I'm going to adhere it to my paper, and then I'm going to take my X-Acto knife and just cut the edges, so then it'll remove the space here and create my window. So minus the size, this is a 4x4 box, so that's why I cut it down 3x3 so I can have an inch of a window. But you can go ahead and cut your piece however you like, and this will still work if you use like a cereal box or anything like that, or if you want to do a circle and you want to take a circle piece and just trace around that with your X-Acto knife, that works too. So I'm going to go ahead, add glue, and then I am just going to eyeball it. So before you form your box, go ahead and take your acetate and apply it to your window. So now that I have my window adhered, I'm going to go ahead and finish it off by cutting up on my score lines to form the top of my box. Okay, so now we have the top of our box. So it just sits just like that. And if you do have the punches, you can create a thumb notch in the box if you want, but it does come off pretty easily. So you have that part. So now that everything is dry, should be dry, I'm going to tease my book. Make sure I can get it closed, hopefully without any cracking. Alright, so there we go. So now we're going to take our pieces here that we had scored a 1/2 inch on, and we are going to varnish those score lines. Alright. So now you want to make sure that you have everything in order of how everything is going to be placed. And you are only going to add your adhesive only to the 1/2 inch score. I'm going to use both my ATG gun and some glue because I am too lazy. And then there is the book. So you just go ahead and you can flip, add your little decorative elements to it, add your photos. You can do this like as a tag flip. So you're just gonna have to tease it a little bit. You can do like journaling at the top on the back part here. So that is cute. And if you do have it, you can go ahead and find a cute bull clip or binder clip, and so you can give it the clipboard impression as well. Add a little dangle charm, decorate her up to whatever tickles your fancy, and add your closure. If you want to add your closure before you mat your inside pieces, so you have a tie closure however you want. But that is it, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this month's Hump Day Handmade. Make sure you check out the other ladies. Their links are down below in the description box. And until next time, guys, bye.